What is going on, everybody? TG here. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you are a Baba Bull or a China Bull, you are not having a good day, and that is something we're actually getting kind of used to, being invested in China and Baba. But I have a couple things that you guys might want to hear. That's actually pretty positive, in my opinion. So if you guys want, hit that subscribe button. If you are a bull like I am, or you just enjoy the video and want to support me, hit the subscribe button and like. It means a ton to me. But let's talk about Alibaba because this has been a rough week for Alibaba. Really rough day as well. But we had some news come out this week and it dropped the stock over 8%. This thing was trading literally last week in the 176s. Everything was going really, really good. And then we had some bad news, and this bad news of Beijing wanting to break up Alipay. Now, we all remember what happened last year with the Ant IPO. Ant Financial, a company that Alibaba owns 33% of, was planning on IPOing in the biggest IPO ever. The IPO was scrapped. We went over this in a video a couple weeks ago on Alibaba. It got scrapped. It was hit with regulations, and their stock fell really, really hard, very hard. So you have it right up here. It's about to IPO. Bam, it gets scrapped. It drops about a good 25% because of that. And then it continued a string of different regulatory and crackdowns and all that good stuff. And the stock just continued to tumble. But while the stock itself continued to fall, the company itself continued to do really good. Now, this is a really interesting chart, and it shows the comparison between the stock price of Alibaba and the revenue and the free cash flow as well. So, you look at revenue, and revenue is up, massive, 39.69%. Since that time, free cash flow is up over 50%. But share price is down over 40%. It's actually more than that now, just because we had this week and that was last week. So it's down over 40% now. So again, it's rough right now. This is exactly a year ago today, and you have free cash flow going at a rate of 50% year-over-year growth. You have the revenue at a 39.69% year-over-year growth. You have the actual stock itself down over 40%. So it's disconnected from fundamentals. And normally when we say disconnected from fundamentals, we mean a stock has just gone up so much some of the meme stocks that happen to at times, they were just absolutely disconnected with fundamentals. This is the opposite. This stock is just going down so much despite the company growing. And obviously there's been, regulatory, geopolitical issues that affected. But does it really affect it that much? And interesting article that talks about why this Ant Group breakup might actually be bullish on it. Now, obviously there's no way to tell because no one knows what Mr. President Xi is thinking in China. But what that we do know is that in order for them to IPO and get closer to an IPO, which again will greatly benefit Alibaba owning that 32% of Ant, is they had to restructure. And hopefully this is the last thing that they had to do for Alipay's loan business, to restructure and be able to go out and get an IPO. So again, it's temporarily bad and it temporarily hurts Alibaba because they have that, that big stake in Ant. And even though I don't think it justifies a 8% drop in share price, despite of how much it's already dropped before, the problem is it's bad news after bad news. And it seems like all we seem to see is bad news when it comes to China. The actual Hong Kong market itself is down a lot as well. And again, if we actually look at that, the HSI index that tracks Hong Kong, has been falling really badly this week, down about 4%. So, it's not just Alibaba, it's a lot of Chinese stocks, and especially the internet stocks, the tech stocks like Alibaba, like Baidu, they're down massive as well. It's down 10% in the past 5 days. So again, we can look at this and see, okay, this stock was 105 at one point, now it's trading right exactly near its 52-week low. We could be like, oh man, let's get out of that thing. It's down over 50%. There can also be contrarians that see this as a really good opportunity. And so today I went ahead and added to my Alibaba. I was able to get some more 150s, 150s for June as well, because I genuinely believe in it. I genuinely believe that, eventually, and that's why we're going out to March and June, that it's going to fix itself. I think by January even it's going to, but I wanted to be a little bit more safe and go out a couple more months, just because I mean, it's so risky investing in China, and I realized that, and that's a loss that I had to lose, 60,000 to figure that out, how risky it is. But I also see it as a great opportunity as well. I mean, again, if Alibaba stays above 150 by March, that's an extra 6,700. If it's above 175, an extra 7,000. We also have some puts sold on it that, we're fine picking up shares. Obviously, we don't want to have to pick it up at $250 a share, but again, we can hold that for 10 years and come back, and I think it'll be fine. And again, we just have a lot of put credit spreads. Some of these I'm a little worried. I'm worried about the 180s because that is a lot. That's 20 points from here. But again, I mean, it can move like that in 2 weeks. But I am very confident on our 150s and our 160s. But some of these other ones obviously a lot more risky. But again, we're going out pretty far. I mean, we're going out, June that's like almost a year away. I mean, we just hit September. So again, you look at Alibaba, you look at just how much it's down. I genuinely think it's a really good opportunity. And again, if you are getting in now, man, I recommend either buying shares or selling puts. I mean, it's really good. It's a really good opportunity to sell some puts on Alibaba because you can make some really good money from that. I mean, you go ahead and sell a March put at the 175 strike price, that's what I'd recommend. You're gonna get paid $2,900 to do, so your break-even price is 146. So again, there's opportunities out there, and I genuinely think that this is a really, really good opportunity. So yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to see what happens with everything, but I am bullish on it, and I'm gonna be honest, it has been extremely frustrating watching and holding the stock. It's been extremely frustrating, to be honest with you. It just seems like every single day it drops more and more and more. I mean, man, even in the past 3 months, it's lost a fourth of its value. But man, I do think that it's going to recover. I mean, it's trading so cheap right now. Its PE is about 18. It's really, really cheap. And again, while the company's growing, nice year-over-year growth, free cash flow, revenue, all that, cloud growing, e-commerce, it's just disconnected from the fundamentals. And, it's been like this for a while now. I mean, you look at it, back in 2017, and the stock was trading, higher than it is now, significantly higher, 15% higher. So you're telling me that despite the company growing in all of 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, now 2021, 5 years, that the company is declined since then. It's crazy to think. But again, that's what happens. I mean, you're having big institutions. ARK sold out of all of their Chinese positions. You have other hedge funds as well, like the criminal clown George Soros, who is just consistently bashing China and bashing Chinese stocks. So again, I think it's going to be one of those opportunities where, yeah, it sucks right now for investors, and I understand there's a lot of investors, especially in different discords I'm in, that are invested in this and very frustrated and have every right to be frustrated. Believe me, I'm extremely frustrated, and sometimes I have a hard time controlling my emotions, if you want the honest truth. I try to give you guys transparency and honesty. Oops, wrong button. And it hurts to show this, but I mean, $58,000 gone on Baba. I mean, that's not easy. That's going to take me 3-4 years to make that back. So very frustrating, very, very frustrating. But I think that eventually it's going to turn around, and I think that this could be a great opportunity. And I'm sticking by my thesis. Everything I read, everything I look at, fundamentally speaking, obviously geopolitical, we don't know. China can continue to just destroy their entire economy and companies, and we're going to be screwed and lose everything. But they could also want their markets and economy to succeed, and in that case, these companies will go back to where they belong. But I mean, again, this thing IPO'd 2014, and it's grown like crazy since. I mean, like again, 2017, the stock is $185, 5 years ago. So I don't know, guys. I do want to hear your thoughts on all this. If you are a Baba Bull or a China Bull, I'm curious to hear what you think, because I only know so much. I've been wrong this whole time on Alibaba, and a lot of others have as well. I looked at a company that was based on just fundamentals. I didn't take into, the risk of being Chinese and what that exactly means. And I had no idea it could get this bad, but it did. So yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. Again, I have some time on my side, so I'm just gonna wait and hold. Again, I can just keep rolling these options out. I don't want to have to do that because I lose money every time I do that, but I do hope it turns around. So yeah, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about all this. Curious to hear if you're still in Baba, and what your plans are with it for the future. But anyways, guys, you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Remember to like and subscribe, and join the Discord if you want to chat with me as well. Bye.